Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday evening we had the occasion to have the exchange of views on the transatlantic alliance and the relationship with the United States following the elections of Donald Trump. It was the occasion to congratulate him. We had the occasion to talk, some of us, with him yesterday or in the recent days. We are ready to strengthen the transatlantic ties. We are ready to cooperate, to coordinate in various fields with the United States. And I see three important elements for this coordination and this cooperation. First one, the bilateral relations, trade, investment. This is a challenge. We want to strengthen our economic base, and I'm confident that we'll have the occasion to work hard in that field. Second topic, security and geopolitical challenges. Ukraine, the Middle East, it requires more dialogue, it requires more efforts to make sure that we defend our common interests. And for instance, yesterday, in this phone call with Donald Trump, we had the occasion to discuss Ukraine and the Middle East, and I'm absolutely convinced that in the days to come, in the weeks to come, we'll continue to work with the United States and to identify how we can defend our common values and principles. You know our positions. Many times in the European Council, we have had the occasion to affirm our support in various fields for Ukraine, and I'm absolutely convinced on my side that supporting Ukraine, this is also a way to defend our values, but also a way to send a signal to the rest of the world that the international rules-based order is essential, and that we want to defend the UN Charter and the principle of sovereignty and territorial integrity, because if not, this is making all of us more vulnerable, and this is making the world at risk. Point three, the global challenges. Climate change, digital, we can see that there is a transformation of the economic paradigm, and it means that we have to work on those topics with partners all across the world. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that one thing was clear yesterday at the level of the leaders. All of us, we agree that the challenges we faced yesterday are not different today. These are the same challenges. And all of us, we agree that we have started many months ago. It started in Versailles, followed by Grenada in Spain, and under the Belgian presidency in April, with again the occasion to identify our common challenges. In June, before the summer, we have agreed on what we call our strategic agenda. In fact, this is the plan, the EU plan, to address those common challenges. And here we see a few priorities. The first one is competitiveness. And today, this morning, we had the occasion to have this exchange of views with Mario Draghi and with Christine Lagarde. Nous avons eu l'occasion ce matin d'avoir un échange de vues sur la...
This morning we had an exchange of views on competitiveness. I could summarize the discussion by saying that there is a wide consensus in the European Council to the effect that we have to set a top priority, reducing fragmentation and improving integration on two key issues: the internal market. We have to deepen the internal market. Mario Draghi pointed out in particular that the digital technology sector needs deepening of the market, and the same applies to services.
Egy másik téma a tőkepiac témája. Hosszú ideje mondjuk, hogy a szétaprózódást meg kell szüntetni, és a vállalatok helyzetét meg kell könnyíteni, hogy hozzáférjenek hozzá tőkével, amellyel beruházást, innovációt tudnak végrehajtani. Azt hiszem, hogy a mai vita is megmutatta, hogy mennyire sürgős témáról van szó, hogy előre kell haladni a tőkepiacok tekintetében, hogy a megtakarítások, beruházások unióját meg kell valósítani. Aztán még valami, amiről szeretnék beszélni röviden, ez pedig a pénzügyi eszközök kérdése. Azt hiszem, hogy a budapesti nyilatkozat jól azonosítja azt, hogy milyen mérföldkövek mentén kell együtt dolgozzunk. Arról beszéltünk, hogy meg kell nézzünk, melyik az új eszközök, mi mindent jelent ez. Konszenzusra van szükségünk ebben a témában.
És abszolút biztos vagyok abban, hogy a következő hónapokban a következő intézményi keret előkészítése során már az új intézményi ciklus feladata lesz, hogy lefolytassák ezt a vitát. Az Európai Beruházási Bank használata fontos, ez egy hasznos, erős eszköz lehet.
The market union I've already mentioned, and the own resources and the need to work further on the own resources. Finally, one word about defense and security. And I remember 5 years ago, some of us, when we started to talk about European sovereignty, strategic autonomy, maybe it was not the mainstream across the EU. But today I can see that there is more and more support for the idea that we have to strengthen the European defense readiness and that we have to strengthen our defense capabilities. And it means that we need to cooperate much more. NATO is a fundamental pillar, there is no doubt, but there is a European responsibility in that field, and it's also the occasion to discuss how we can reinforce the industrial basis in that field, because if we want to be credible in the field of the European defense in the future, we have also to support more development in the field of our industrial base in that field. Finalement, un dernier mot pour...
And just one last word to say that unity, trust, are the key, the magic ingredients in terms of tackling these challenges. Creating trust, it doesn't happen on its own. It requires mutual confidence. It requires an effort to understand the other side, even when you don't agree. And I think this meeting of the European political community, or in the European Council, we have shown here in Hungary, in Budapest, we've shown that we can listen to each other and that we can look to how we can best move forward for a stronger, more resilient and more sovereign Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Madam President, President of the European Commission, you have the floor.